Back with another Bob Candy Magazine TV show with Frank DiMatteo. I'm Chris Chiramonte. We got Liza Galazzo.
Yep.
And a very special guest, Renee Graziano.
Hey,
Hello, Renee.
There's so many Italian names here. I don't
Seriously.
know what to do.
I know.
Oh
I
my
know.
God, I'm in a room of my people.
It's true. And we
me.
got grandsons here. We got Gianni and Anthony and
Right, yeah.
and probably a Joey and
Yeah,
a
my,
Vinny.
my Joe's in California.
Yeah.
We got them all.
We got them all.
So let me get started. Good news. I'm hearing sobriety.
Sobriety.
100% sober.
I am 100%. Today I am 100% sober, absolutely. Sobriety is a journey. So for anyone that's on it, and I'm saying this because I recently just went through some changes in my life and I noticed how rocky it gets. So for anyone that is on a sobriety journey, like, it's your journey. It's not anybody else's. It's
Right.
going to go the way that what you put into it is what you get out of it. So if you're not putting everything that you're supposed to, there is a chance that you could slip. So I highly recommend you put into it.
I always think to myself that it's one of those many things that I would never be able to do. Even if I tried, in other words, if I just said, hey, I want to stop drinking wine or something like that, I can't fathom just telling myself, no,
Yeah,
I'm
but you
going
know
to
what
stop
I did?
this.
I found an alternative. So I don't drink anymore. But what I did, it's right here. Actually, I had to stop. That orange episode haunts me. Every time I did an episode on Mob Candy and I drank wine and I looked, it haunts me. And sometimes I'm on social
orange
media,
shirt?
the orange shirt episode, I want to destroy it. And sometimes I see it late at night. I see
Right.
me.
I won't tell them it's episode 6. To look it
Yeah,
up
okay.
on
Okay,
YouTube.
thank you.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you something. I go back and I look at the stuff that I've done on TV, stoned and high as a kite, and I
Sure.
gotta say, wow,
Well,
what
you-
a fucking
And
yeah,
you,
and
that's
what
right.
a
You're allowed-
what a friggin' train wreck!
Yeah.
And what a great TV person!
I know.
You're going to be able. I find that fascinating. Every time you watch yourself now, you're just
Yeah,
like, you
it's
know
a
what?
real
I was
eye-opener.
10 drinks in.
Because the
Or
thing is,
other
when
things.
you do something stupid, other people see you. You don't see
they
you.
You don't see it.
Now I'm looking and I'm like, oh, and what happened to the guy? And I'm like, oh my God.
So
And
what do you drink for?
okay,
Is it a mushroom coffee?
that's funny you said it. It's a mushroom and it makes you feel a little something, but there's zero alcohol.
They're not
5
even
calories.
a sponsor, and you're
They're not-
plugging them?
Yeah, I should.
Well,
It saves
so they become one.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. We do
Little
have a new
seeds.
sponsor, though.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bite Me.
Yeah. To
Bite
alcohol.
me?
Bite me.
It's Bite Me,
Yes.
a
Is
tonic. It's apple cider vinegar tonic.
So it's not alcohol.
No.
No.
Oh my God, that's what people do
Yeah,
when
to
you for
lose
the
weight.
diet.
Yeah.
Yeah, bite me.
It looked, yeah, and then I asked the producers, where can I find it? And they said, Bite Me. Tell them to go look for it.
Bite me.
You know, if you want some Bite Me,
You know, they say
it's got to be
if-
something.
Bite me. That's so cute.
Yeah, but they say if you have a dessert and drink a little apple cider vinegar before or after dessert, it does it your
kills
the
the
insulin.
sugar.
Yeah,
So yeah,
No.
try
interesting.
everything.
you know what's funny? It's like the same thing with addiction, like the sugar, like the spiking, like the cortisol levels, or that you talk about like dopamine for an addict or an alcoholic. They spike. So once you get a little bit of something,
You
there it
can't
goes.
stop,
Yeah, so that's
I've been
another reason.
pre-diabetic for years. They got doctors like, you got to cut down your sugar. I'm like, my wife is killing me. She's like, that has sugar in it. That has sugar in it. That has sugar in it.
Why aren't you
I'm
on
like,
the medication for it?
Because my insurance that I work for, the stupid city, it only approves it if you are diabetic, not
Oh, not if
pre-diabetic.
you're pre.
And
So
I'm
you gotta
literally,
be-
I'm 0.2, whatever, the A1C,
So you're better
I'm
off being
0.2
diabetic.
away.
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm not going to purposely become diabetic just to do it.
Take the
But I'm
medicine.
right around the corner.
Right.
You know? But you've come a long way. And you look absolutely
you
fantastic.
look great.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Not that you didn't look fantastic.
No.
I mean,
I
we had
looked-
you on the cover of the magazine.
Oh.
You looked absolutely
Yes.
beautiful on the cover,
thank
too.
you. This was right after I was dead and came back to life.
Oh, seriously,
wow.
I don't even know if I'm allowed to tell the story. The first time I ever met you, when you,
Uh-oh.
I was
please
dead
let me
at-
tell the story. Just
Oh.
because, you're in recovery now.
But
Oh,
she
does that
said-
mean I still won't jump over that desk?
No, you won't. You won't. I guarantee
Yeah,
you.
tell the story.
All right, so
tell the Renee
literally,
Mob
we're
Candy
running,
story.
we're running late. Renee's
Oh.
being what I like to call Renee, and she's just like, kind of like a little disheveled. Hi. She's in the car.
Well, yeah,
she's like literally like pulling the back seat out of her car.
Oh, no, we're
And
not
she's-
going.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we're not going there?
Okay.
No.
So make a long story short, she was,
I was not in the right frame of mind.
at the time.
At the time, but you also got to remember, I was on 8 milligrams of Dilaudid for over a year and a half from that
wow.
surgery. Yeah, I was on. They had me on 8 milligrams. I was in the hospital for 3 months. 8 milligrams of Dilaudid. So we'll go with Renee was a little high.
Okay, that's it.
Yep.
But we had a fantastic
But the
shoot,
story was funny.
and you danced on a pole.
Yes, I did.
Which was
and I got
phenomenal.
hell for that. And I got hell for that.
I know.
Yep.
And I don't know who you. This was a running thing because Daddy was just like, it was on TMZ.
Okay.
And I'm like that. On my life, I did not tell TMZ. There had to be somebody with Renee that knew something. TMZ had the footage of you dancing.
Yeah.
So then.
So
How did that
just said,
happen?
it cannot be.
I've
There
never
were
called
people-
TMZ in my life.
There were people in the cafe, but I
Oh,
don't
maybe
know,
because we were announcing that we were doing it, they just started to follow.
Yeah.
But I have never called in news. I will never,
Yeah.
Right.
ever call anybody for those type of things for the simple reason that I was accused of something on Mobwise, which was heartbreaking to me. So in season 4, there was like a little mishap with Big Ange and I. So the backstory to it, I really don't want to discuss because it's still very private. But I had told her something, and I had said, "Hey, we need to get a handle on this right away." So the next day, something appeared in the news, and they had me do a scene, and the girls actually, it was in the Post. They called me a rat. They were like, "Well, you rat." I said, "Let me fucking break
Wow.
it."
Yeah.
Oops,
It's
sorry.
okay. It's
That's
all right.
life. That's
I
another
wanted
Don't
to-
just bleep
that's
it because
fine.
just
so
talk about
I
it.
said,
Just
let
talk
me
naturally.
break this down. Never in my life would I ever call the news,
Right.
report on anything. I could be a multimillionaire. Okay, for the people that I've worked around, the celebrities I've worked around, the
Right, and
things
kept
that
your
I've
mouth shut.
seen,
Right.
I have never said a word about anybody.
And that stems from the household.
Yes, absolutely. And I was protecting this person that's related to Ange. I was protecting. We found out later on, after a scene I did with Alicia, the producer actually.
Was the one who did it.
So he had all the information because I was mic'd. Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
Very
Interesting.
interesting.
You can't trust
I can
He actually
imagine how
passed
much
away.
information they had.
He actually passed away from addiction himself, and he liked to throw. Yeah, sorry. No,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
But you know what? Do I have compassion for anybody that wrongs me? No.
Right.
I'm still. I might be in recovery, but that part of my soul has not crossed
Right.
over just yet because that would be the same.
God bless you.
Do I have compassion for my ex-husband? Absolutely effing not.
Right. Not after what
No
he did.
effing way.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Never in a million years will he ever get I forgive.
Right.
Never. It's never happening.
Is he still alive?
Any contact? Does he try to?
Oh, he's alive.
He's alive. He's in jail again. I have no contact. I have an attorney who will let me know when he's being released, which recently they just did, and I think that sent me into a tailspin.
Right.
Because he's still like very.
But you're going to hold on strong to your recovery.
No, I'm going to hold on strong to the rope I might tie around his neck. Joke.
Right.
Hopefully somebody doesn't strangle him and then they come looking for me. No, I would never take a life anyway. Unless it has to do with somebody ever coming by my grandkids. You know what I mean? Or my son. But my ex-husband has been a thorn
Right.
in my
The
side.
gift that keeps on giving, right?
Giving what? Giving information. That's all he keeps giving. He's
Yeah.
giving information. I just wish he would just go away. Like, you've done your damage. I've lost my father. My father had gotten dementia when he was away. So I ultimately hold him responsible for my father's death, too, because we couldn't get my father the proper medical attention.
Right.
Go away.
Right.
Go away. Don't say my name. Don't do interviews. Don't say my father only got 10 months. My father did 15 years of his life, okay? He did +2 on the last bid, 11, 3. My father's been doing time, so nobody should ever speak on my dad, My dad was a stand-up man, an incredible man. How he went out, and people would like to say, they like to use this word shelf. I say my father's always going to be top shelf regardless. And they like to blame everything on the mob wives show. Absolutely, positively not. Let's call a spade, okay? When somebody wants you out of position, they move you. You're not going to blame me.
Right.
Now, did that add to it? Absolutely. I'm pretty sure it did. Okay. My father forgave me. I don't really care about everybody else. You don't have to forgive me. I'm my father's daughter. I only spoke on my life.
Right.
I never spoke on anybody else. I don't know anything to tell anything. So if anybody was upset with me, why don't you go back to look at who were the first shows and who was on TV before Mob Wives were?
Right.
Go look at everybody else before you look at me. Go look at all the tattletales before you come look at us.
I'm sorry to say, but in a world of, housewives and housewives, to throw a Mob Wives in there was absolutely, it was an amazing
It was
show.
great.
Thank you.
Really was. It was
Thank
great genius. Your sister did a great job. You all did a great job.
you.
As much,
It's
and
one of the last shows that I looked like. There's no TV anymore. Like, at least for me. Like, when you were growing up, you were excited to watch TV. It was the one show I was like, oh God, it's Sunday, thank God, because
and
I
always
had-
going to be drama.
because
no matter
it
what.
was
Because
fun.
it was real.
Yeah.
We
We
were
know what was gonna
talking
happen.
about real. Well, I was.
Yeah.
Let me not talk about
Did he
everybody
frown
else.
upon the
Somebody was
show?
like watching dry paint, like watching paint dry.
Did Dad frown upon the show?
My father didn't speak to me for 2 years because of the
Did the
show.
show.
At all. Nothing. I was actually on my deathbed. Priest came in. I had MRSA through my whole body. That's why they had me on. The hole went to my spine and my back.
Oh my God.
So when we were filming,
MRSA kills you.
I did. die.
Yeah. Oh,
No, I did. I flatlined on the table. I lost 6.3 pints of blood. I got MRSA through my body. I was read my last rites twice. Oh my God. I had
boy, I just got goosebumps.
So the priest had been in the room, and my father was on the phone with my mom, and they were like, God forbid when you get your last rites, everybody's
Right.
supposed to say goodbye.
Right,
My
yeah.
father was like, "What is she bullshitting the priest?" So they had to say no. This is really
Right.
your daughter's not going to make it because on top of it, I'm vancomycin resistant. So MRSA, that's the drug they give you.
They had nothing to give you.
They had to call infectious disease. I was at like 105 fever.
Wow.
For 3 days. They were like, she's dying.
Yeah.
There's nothing we could do.
Yeah.
There's nothing. And
God had a bigger plan.
He had a way bigger plan. The doctor's name was Dr. Addy. He was a young African doctor, and he came in and it ultimately saved my life. Yeah. And so did Dr. Michael Fiorello, who got me the nurse. I had to have, when I went home, I had a medicine ball. I had to give myself that every single, like a concentrated, I was on these special antibiotics for over 6 months.
Do you think that contributed to your dad coming around and just being like,
Well,
or whatever, forgiveness, or just like,
Absolutely.
Stop
His daughter's
talking.
going to die. Fuck everybody else. And oops.
No, just
but the
freak.
reason why I
Okay,
said it is because
no.
everything happens for a reason.
We could just bleep it.
Absolutely. What I will say this is my dad never watched the show ever. He watched one thing I've done. He caught like the tailspin of was a celebrity. What was it? Marriage Boot Camp on WeTV.
That was fun.
And he said, get the TV off. And he almost broke the television. He could not watch me do TV. And he said, we had dinner when he first came home. He's like, you'll never talk about television in this house. You understand? I said, cool. That was it.
Old timers, if it was good or bad, and if it was good, they don't like the publicity. And
Yeah.
they're old school, and nothing's good for them.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And that's what it is.
I was going to say, but he
Just
better not turn
nothing's
on
good for
social
them.
Was he
media,
equally
but there's
mad
no
with
way
Jen?
he had social media.
Nah.
Was he equally
Old
mad
school
with
didn't
Jen?
even know how to get on the
He took either
internet.
Jen or
Exactly.
I.
They just don't
Both
like
of us.
anything, man. They
Oh,
just
he
don't
was,
like
yeah.
anything. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
God rest his soul. We lost a good guy. We lost a solid man who did his time, stood all the way up, and
They don't
went
make
to
him like
heaven.
that anymore.
Yeah, no, my father didn't need this thing to be who he was. Not at all. My father was a man from birth.
Yeah.
He's one of 11 children. He took care of. There were things that happened in his childhood that I found out when he passed away that are devastating to me. Like,
Unbelievable.
oh my
I know,
God.
not for nothing, but our parents went through a lot of stuff that same thing.
Yeah.
I'm 52, and the stuff that I learned about my father, being on bread lines and all this
Yeah,
other stuff.
yeah.
And I was just like, and my father's mother, who was like, you know, had to be a butana for whatever
Yeah.
and clean people's houses.
Yeah.
So if her husband left, she was with my father all by himself. My father had no father, and all the stuff she had to do.
Yeah.
And who she lived with, from one house to another,
Yeah.
with her son. Craziest stuff.
Now you need
Really,
emotional
just-
dogs with
it
these
breaks-
new
Yeah,
generation. They
true.
My
can't handle
father's
anything.
first arrest was, I believe, at 9 years old for robbing cornflakes to feed his sisters. He lived in a trailer park in California. When his father and his mom, my grandpa and my father's mother, I didn't care for her very much. She was mean. Separated. He went to California. He lived in a the shades was newspaper. Like to hear this about my father. So I think when people say things to me like,
He came a long way too.
my
my
father came
gosh.
from to end up where he did in California
It was a
with,
blessing.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
really was.
Because, his sisters that have passed away now didn't have the fortunate situation. A lot of people got hooked and California's
Yeah.
a whole other animal.
Yeah, and he has 3 great daughters. I mean
Thank
that
you.
that,
Thank
that are
you.
doing, hopefully
Yeah.
knock on wood well.
Yeah, but it's funny when people talk about privilege, I'm like, no, there is no white privilege for me. First of all, I'm Italian. I don't consider myself white,
That's
and I'm
true.
Yeah.
Sicilian
right.
on top of it. So I said maybe mob privilege. I had a mob privilege, absolutely.
Right.
But what my father had to do to give us what we got, I deserve that privilege
Right.
from
Yeah.
my father. Because my father would, and mind you, my father has 3, 6, 7 or 8 sisters. Okay? Imagine
Wow.
9, 10. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, imagine having all of these sisters, and those are the first ones. No boys.
Wow.
No boys. All
Wow.
girls.
I was just gonna say, any brothers at all?
My grandmother had 2 kids, but
Right.
they're not my father's.
Okay.
I mean, they all half, but
Right, yeah.
but they're all in
You don't
heaven.
count half.
Everybody's dead. They all
That's
died.
like saying you're half Italian.
I have one. Yeah, right. I have my aunt Celia left. My grandpa ended up having a son. I have my Uncle Sally boy, and I have my father's oldest sister, Aunt Mary. I have 3 left. Everybody else has passed.
My
God
son's
rest-
name,
I
my
got
son's name
nothing.
is Sally Boy.
You got
I love
nothing?
Sally boy.
Yeah,
Everybody's
Daddy's
dead
got
in my
nothing
family.
left.
Just my
Really?
mother. After that, no aunts, no
And you found
uncles,
a
no
sister.
nothing.
Really?
You found a sister in the world, which was great.
Thank God.
How about that one? How
Yeah.
about finding out you got brothers and
With
sisters?
all the DNA thing that's
Yeah.
going on now, that's crazy.
Listen, I don't even.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Seriously. So, as you got older, I have to ask: do you feel any different about the mafia in general? Just like,
Absolutely.
Just-
What once was no longer is.
Right.
And I'm not talking about the word mob because I don't know nothing about it. What I know is there are a few good men left, absolutely, but I will say 3/4 of them are gone. They're gone.
right.
And it's just a different world. And I have a lot of respect for the men that I do respect, tremendous respect for them. And then there's men I'll look at you and I'll be like, what? Like I got no respect for you whatsoever.
Yeah.
Right.
The way we're watching this whole epidemic. Let me just say it like this because I just can't be anything but real. We're watching this rat TV epidemic going on with all these guys who are part of something all on television telling stories about everybody else. But
Right.
now we're watching the snitches snitch on each other, and I laugh at a lot of it. But there was recently something that this guy who was it's a rat said about someone who was very close to me, and it disturbed me because you don't have a right to call anybody a name. You got paperwork?
Yeah.
Go ahead, run with it.
Right.
But that word to me, it's still very, very serious. It's still part of my everyday life. Not the word rat. Let me say this. What's the word I'm looking for? Like the morals or the back of it, the loyalty. That I still.
The omerta,
Yeah.
the like.
Yeah, well, I
the
didn't take
secret-
no fucking. Ooh.
It's okay. Just talk.
Beep.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's mom candy. We're gonna curse.
No,
No,
but
we're gonna put something every time we
Yeah.
bleep it. We're gonna put something
But
on TV.
no, when you bleep it, you got to put like a mask across
Put
the
a
face.
fedora
Like,
on him now.
yes,
Put a fedora.
yes.
That's fine.
But no, I think for me, watching what I'm seeing now is very disturbing to me. I don't enjoy watching other men tell on each other. It's not exciting. I think it's
Yeah.
very female. I think it's very
It is
weak.
female.
Interesting.
It's very
It's
weak.
feminine.
It's
a
beta.
feminine-
Listen, we all know men gossip.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Almost worse than.
And
Even though the mob is all entertainment now, like a Cowboys and Indians show. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
what I mean by that is at some point, Cowboys and Indians were serious, right? If you were part of the Indians and getting killed by the Cowboys, you
right.
didn't really like Cowboys and vice versa. And then so many years go by and everyone's watching Cowboys and Indians on TV. And now everyone's watching the Mafia that was all underground and quiet, all this stuff. And that's entertainment. So I think, so my question
But they
really
want to
is-
blame mob wives.
Right, always, because...
Oh, do they?
Because of how
They
many
blame us
seasons?
for
Because how many
everything.
seasons? Because how many seasons? You like, it was for
There
a
might be
while there.
more
Besides
coming.
The Sopranos, you know what? That'd be great.
I know.
Oh wow! Did she just tease possible Mob Wives reunion comeback? I mean,
No, it would not be with anyone who's been on the
comeback.
show.
It'd be a
Oh,
whole
wow.
new cast.
But there's so many
Yeah.
others. Oh my lord!
Yeah.
Wow.
There's
that
some
would be-
space. It's not. The doors have been closed for
How long?
a few women
How long? When did the show end?
when Ange died. So the
6
last
years?
one we had 17, 8
Yeah.
years.
Wow.
Yeah.
8
That's,
years.
time
So
goes,
how
right?
far do you consider, like the ratting part? For example, and I mean this, like the podcast we're doing. So sometimes we talk about stories that happened with Daddy's past, with the his father was bodyguard for Larry Gallo, and all the stuff that went down. Would you consider just talking about your life, stuff like that, ratting, when at some point, and the reason why I'm asking is that's what we're seeing in the trolls on the internet. It's
Right.
like,
Right.
you were supposed to keep your mouth shut. Even the mob wives things, you're supposed to keep your mouth shut,
Right.
even though you're the wives, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But, at some level, like I said, is that considered
Good
writing?
question. So
Writing a tell-all book, stuff
I
like that.
think that if you are not one of a made member
Right.
of that
Organization,
circle,
right.
organization, I think there's different levels to it. Okay, so am I going to sit here and, like, when I said that there's this new rat talking about someone's dear to me? I didn't say who the fat rat was,
Right.
and I didn't say who the man
You
was.
said he was fat, though.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Absolutely.
I'm just narrowing it down
Every
now.
me-
Every rat is fat because they're getting off. They expand because they're lessening their sentence, so they get to have more and more and more. That's why they call them fat rats. I personally think there are things that men should not discuss under any circumstances.
Right.
But then I think when you're story time, like I could tell any story I want about my dad.
Right.
He's mine.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think if it's yours and
That's
you're
what you
speaking
said,
on
yeah.
yours,
Right.
it's different. I'm not speaking on nobody
Right.
else. I wouldn't
Exactly,
speak
yeah.
on
And you're not getting anybody in trouble.
no.
No.
Right. By saying
I
the
wouldn't
wrong
speak
thing.
on anybody's father that was on Mob Wives because it's an absolute no for me. And I don't care if I like the person or not. That is on a shelf.
Yeah.
And not a high shelf. That one's like under the ground, that shelf. Yeah. But when it comes to things about my dad, I hold my father in the highest light. My father was he was my king on earth. You know what I mean? God first and foremost up there, but down here, my father was my protector. My father was everything. So if I want to tell a story and if
Of course.
it's not involving any other guy, if
Right,
they're
it's your
all-
story to tell.
Listen, sometimes when the guy's a dad, it doesn't matter. Passed away. Let me not say dead.
Yeah.
It sounds so harsh. Whatever. So I can speak on my dad, but I wouldn't speak on anybody else.
I mean, I have a little, I say this very lightly, I don't want you to hit me. I have a little bone to pick with your dad. Because,
You have a bone to pick with my father?
yeah, because Pete Rose was my best favorite baseball player. And I heard a rumor.
I
Is
heard
it
a
his-
rumor.
Is it his fault that Pete Rose is not in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. He got pinched on the same. Well, it was the whole. It was my father was a bookmaker
Yeah.
when I was young, and all those ball players were part of it. Yeah. So I didn't know that until I was much older.
Your father changed
amazing.
baseball history.
Yeah, seriously.
He really did.
Hey.
He changed American history.
My father changed a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, why is my chair going down?
It's your fault.
Swear to God. God, the devil's calling me. Bastard.
There it goes.
No, listen. Yes, my
that's an
father
amazing
did
story,
change a
though.
lot of things. He
Yeah.
most certainly did. And yes, baseball might be one of them.
So while we're on the topic, just really just pick your brain. How do you feel about like this ring that just stuff? Not the people, but the fact that X amount of wise guys just got caught in this gambling ring, and all the sports people.
Okay, I got to tell you the truth. I don't even know what happened. I just know 2 names out of it. So
Okay.
I don't know. I just heard it was a gambling ring.
Yeah.
Right.
Bookmaking, whatever. But I don't know really.
So again, from what I'm reading,
Okay.
it's like no names because it doesn't matter.
Right.
We're talking about possibly 3 or 4 families working together.
Oh, I love the unity,
young-
man. I love the
It's like the
unity.
Avengers.
A younger crowd,
Yeah.
all the up and comings,
up-and-coming.
and of course probably if the 2 people that kicking envelopes too. Who knows?
Okay.
Referees. Baseball players, basketball players,
Yeah,
and again, can't quote me,
Shit!
but I'm
Ooh.
talking about.
It's okay. It's okay.
They got me before I bet this Sunday.
Exactly.
And it was all stuff like what FanDuel's doing now, or like the DraftKings, which is like, who's going to take the first shot? Are going to strike, and then so they would just say like, oh, make sure you take the first shot, or and they would rule and then
So they're saying it's fixed?
It
no,
was.
they caught them
proved it.
fixing multiple things,
Wow.
a whole ring of multiple families.
My problem is that they should have told us before they got caught.
I
Man, we
know.
would have made $1.
That's what
I'm
I'm
a
mad
little
about, too.
mad because, like,
You didn't get the in.
no, because I really thought a lot of things were real.
I know.
And then they had casino technology, which was phenomenal. I 5 minutes I got of it, and I turned it off. But it was like goggles that could see through
X-ray,
cards,
see the
X-ray.
cards.
It was
Oh my gosh.
sick.
I'm
What's
mad.
going on?
I
It's all-
needed that
It's all new
one.
technology, a whole new mob.
Oh my God! Can I have an electric ball if anybody has one for
Yeah.
roulette?
And then they busted it. Now we can't even earn from
I
it.
know.
Okay, so now all these men got arrested.
Yeah.
I heard about it. It's like 100 and change, right?
A lot of people.
Right. They said they hadn't been
Yeah.
a big mob bus since
Yeah.
the one on Mob Wives.
Right.
We were
Right.
127.
Right.
Never forget that. 712 is my birthday. That number plays in every which way. But anyway, see, I like the numbers.
Me too.
So all these men now are, for a lack of a better term, assed out.
Yeah,
Okay, that's how
they're
far.
We all
done.
got a headache now, so everything's no good right now.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
They must
and it
have
keeps
had
on going
some.
now. Now
Let
it's
me
gonna keep
tell
on
you something. They
going.
must
There's
have
more
had
and more and more
some.
involved.
Oh my God!
Payday.
Do you know how many more podcasts are coming? How
Yeah.
many
Right.
more fat rat
Oh, yeah.
podcasts
Yeah.
are
We
coming?
got a
That's
lot
what
of
the ne-
competition
Yeah.
coming.
That's what the next segment's going to be about.
Yeah.
Fat Rat Podcast.
And when did they become likable? Right? People used to
Tell you why likable, because most people are not know what we know. They're mob enthusiasts. They
Right.
like entertainment.
Yes.
They're being entertained.
Right.
When we hear something, it's something that we know about, so we can say that's stupid, that's right, that's
Right.
wrong. These people are just
Entertaining.
earning for information. They
Right.
don't know if it's true or not. It's just information to them. So we're catering to the enthusiasts.
Middle America.
Yeah,
You-
not
you-
that I
right.
know
It's
something
true.
and she might know something. She knows something I know, and I know she knows something I know. It's not for us. It's entertainment.
I don't
It's
know
really
nothing.
become-
Well, I mean,
I know.
You know what I'm saying? We
Hypothetically.
might.
Right.
You know,
It's becoming very popular.
but most people
Well, shame
don't.
on them. Shame on them. Shame on
Yeah.
the man who sits here. A shame on the man who cooperated, who took a life, who took lives, or who did all these horrible things. And I'll speak on
Yeah.
my ex-husband because I don't want to talk about nobody else. Shame on you. You did what you did. The government paid you to be an informant. You took somebody's dad passed away, and you got paid, and that family didn't recoup the money that you should be. Listen,
Yeah.
don't even get me going, because at the
Go.
end of the day, I have seen things that are so disgusting in within the last 6 months, maybe 6 months to a year. I have watched men turn on men, but not with a pistol, with a microphone.
Right.
Like you guys are telling, you told on 85 guys over here. Now you all want to tell on each other?
It started
Right.
with tell-all books, and now with podcasting. But She said she doesn't want to get all riled up, but we are going to get her riled up in the second part of this podcast.
All right.
We're gonna tone it down for
There
now.
we go.
We want to, of course, thank you.
Of
and,
course.
we're gonna continue after a break. We're
gonna
this
talk
is
about
we'll
some
talk about
bad.
bad.
We're gonna talk.
They
We're
smell
gonna talk
really
about
good.
bad and a lot of other stuff. Mob Candy Magazine TV.